What's up, race fans? It's Radio Orton Fan 2011 back here once again for round 20 of 36 in Season 3 of the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. Here we are. This is our big Canadian Tour. 5 races. We'll have 5 races on our big Canadian Tour. We'll have the Nationwide Series join us for 2 of those races. We'll start here in Vancouver, then we'll make the move to Calgary. Then the Nationwide Series will join us in Winnipeg and Toronto, and then we will end in Montreal. So that is how the Canadian Tour will go. So there are 7 races left in the regular season, and it's all come down to a full head of steam here, as drivers will try to secure spots in the playoffs, others trying to get themselves in better playoff contention, others just trying to make the top 20. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of that transpires. We've got a couple drivers with coming off some big momentum, other drivers looking to turn around momentum. We'll be looking very much forward to that, and now we take a look at the starting lineup. As look at your starting lineup, James Silverfox will be starting on the pole for the first time this season, and now he will be eligible for the Sprint Unlimited later this season. Kyle Sosnowski will start in the outside pole. There is Lyndon Wright, currently 17th in the points. He is currently holding, I believe, the 3rd of 5 wildcard spots in the wildcard hunt. So he'll be looking to get himself into a better wildcard position. There is Liam Ervig, who could possibly fall outside the top 10 in points. Remember, you don't want to fall outside the top 10 in points, or else you have to deal with the wildcard hunt. Liam Ervig trying to stay in the top 10. There's Michael Norman, who is the first guy out of wildcard contention. He's going to need a good finish here to get himself in a better position in the wildcard hunt. Then there's James McLeod, currently 6th in the points. He'll be looking to get some momentum heading into the final stages of the regular season. Then you got points leader Ryan Richards coming off some great finishes, a great top 5 in Indianapolis, and he'll be looking to ride that momentum. And there is Danny Wells trying to get himself into the wild card picture here. He's currently one of the 5 guys between 11th and 20th, currently not holding a wild card spot. And then you got Sean Henley, who is currently holding one of those wild card spots, currently 12th in the points, and Tony Blazer trying to get himself in wild card contention as well. Just about ready to fire up these engines, so let's get started under the lights here in Vancouver. The engines have been fired up. We're going to be set to go for 20 laps here in Vancouver. Now, camera angles aren't quite the best, but we try at least. As the field slowly comes into the picture, getting to this pace speed. We're going to start off our Canadian Tour with a bang. We saw some pretty fast speeds, average speeds throughout the course of practice and qualifying, so we're going to see a very fast race here. There's the pace car who's already made his way down to the apron. 160,000 plus here in Vancouver, Van City. Got a lot of people here in Vancouver. We're just about ready to take the green flag. Here we go. There's the green flag. 20 laps here in Vancouver. And they're going to start going about side by side here. Let's take a look at some action towards the back of the pack. Usually a lot of action happens around there. Of course, everyone trying to find a line. You want to be on the inside line. Remember that. You want to be on the inside line. We'll switch to TV2 camera angle as they go through the tunnel on the backstretch. Watch these speeds. They reach about 245 miles per hour, 245, 246. So a couple cars getting loose there. And who will lead the very important first lap? That is the question. And it will be James Silverfox who leads at lap 1. Everyone's still intact as we are still having a pretty exciting race here, as James Silverfox currently the leader, Lyndon Wright in second, Kyle Sosnowski third, Liam Ervig fourth, Michael Norman in fifth. And remember, we do want to pay attention to the wildcard hunt, because we do want to pay attention to guys who are trying to get themselves in the wildcard hunt, because they want to get themselves at least a good finish here, as we see Liam Ervig trying to get every point he can. Remember, every point is important. And Kyle Sosnowski currently is 21st in the points. He actually has a win this season, but he is 49 points behind Sean Galligan at this moment of the season. So, Kyle Sosnowski, he's going to need to do a lot of work in this race and the next 6 races after this to get himself into wildcard contention. James Silverfox still the leader. Take a look, some action towards the back of the pack. Looks like Seth Cole started towards the front, and he's got something might have happened to Seth Cole, and he has fallen all the way back to dead last. So Seth Cole is not off to a hot start. Started somewhere towards the front. He's got quite a bit of damage to the rights, to the passenger side of the race car. Yellow flag still hasn't come out yet, and who will lead in lap 3 will be James Silverfox. Kyle Sosnowski, though, to the inside, looking for his second win of the season. And Kyle Sosnowski needs every point he can get to catch up to Sean Galligan. Where is Sean Galligan? Currently running in the 38th position, running 5th to last. So Kyle Sosnowski, if he can come away with the win here, then he will gain a huge amount of ground on Sean Galligan, get himself much closer to the top 20. Top 5 starting to shuffle up a bit. James Silverfox stuck on the outside. And here comes Lyndon Wright and Michael Norman. Got a couple cars getting loose again. These cars it's really hard to have control of your car, especially when you're going at a speed like this. James Silverfox is now back up to second, Liam Ervig to third. Lyndon Wright is back in fourth. Michael Norman trying to defend the 5th position from James McLeod. And Seth Cole is still struggling. It looks like it's going to take a miracle for Seth Cole to get himself back into at least the top 20, as far as I know. Looks like the cars have started to go single file. There's our previous race winner, Anthony McCrory. He's he's somewhere towards the back of the pack, currently battling for position with Emilio Navarrete, who still hasn't found his way in the top 10 yet. And Emilio Navarrete really needs to have something here, because he could be the first guy eliminated from playoff contention. He's 66 points back of Steven Whitman in the 5 car, who's already made the playoffs via the special competition. So Emilio Navarrete's going to need to do a hell of a lot of work in these next few last races of the regular season to get himself at least have a chance at playoff contention. And by the looks of this, by the average finish of Emilio Navarrete, it looks like most likely he will be the first guy eliminated from playoff contention. We take a look at some of the others in the field. And we see there is our defending champ, Dylan Pote, currently running in the 16th position. Now he's battling for 16th with Joseph Lombard. A couple guys have made their way up to the front. Still got a battle around here, as Lyndon Wright has now taken over the lead, and he has led a lap. He will get a big bonus point. So you need to get every point you can, especially if you want to get yourself in the top 20 or the wild card hunt. Looks like we still have the same top 5 from before. Kyle Sosnowski to the inside of Lyndon Wright, looking for the lead, but Lyndon Wright able to use the momentum on the outside line. And now James Silverfox looks to help out Kyle Sosnowski with some drafting help. Michael Norman, however, will pass Silverfox for the 3rd position. as we reach lap 8. Still haven't seen a yellow flag come out, which is very good. Hopefully we won't have any DNFs, or hopefully we won't get to see the big one here as we take a look at some of the action towards around here. This is the battle for 10th between Ryan Richards, our points leader, and James Qualls trying to get himself into a better position in the wild card hunt. We go through here. James McLeod currently running 6th, looking to pass Liam Ervig for that 5th position. Tony Blazer running in 7th. He's going to need some. He's coming up with top 10s, but you know, everyone else around him, especially drivers such as Danny Wells, who is behind him in 8th, and Lyndon Wright currently running in the lead. Sean Henley running 9th. He's got a lot of these guys are having consistent runs here, so Tony Blazer is going to need to move himself up towards the pack if he wants to have a chance at a wild card spot. We're 1.5 laps away from the halfway point of this race. Lyndon Wright still the leader as we got a car on the inside. I believe that's Tony Blazer starting to make a move. Tony Blazer looking to make a move. Tried to make a move on James McLeod. Couldn't quite do it. And again, you got to be careful around this track. You're going so fast. It's really hard to keep up with everyone here. As we take a look at our bird's eye view camera, Lyndon Wright leads lap 9. This is the halfway point now, so whoever leads this lap is going to get another bonus point. And all of these drivers could most certainly use that extra bonus point for leading at the halfway point. Looks like Pichu London and Seth Cole have lost the pack here. Trying to draft, they're trying to draft with each other, but they have quite a bit of damage to their cars, so they're not running. So they're only running about 230 at the end of the backstretch versus the rest of the field that's running about 245. Kyle Sosnowski to the inside of Lyndon Wright. Can he have the momentum to lead at the halfway point? Come to the stripe, and it looks like it is Lyndon Wright who leads at the halfway point, so he gets another bonus point. So for Kyle Sosnowski, he's going to need to work even harder if he wants to get every point he can. Got about here for 3rd between Michael Norman and James Silverfox. James McLeod has now moved himself into the 5th position. Tony Blazer is now 6th. Liam Ervig's fallen back to 7th. To take a look, they're coming out of the tunnel here. 3 wide here for, I believe, the 7th position between Ryan Richards, Sean Henley, and Liam Ervig. Danny Wells going to join the picture as well. But the outside line, all that drafting help is really helping them out. A lot of drafting help on that outside line. Tony Blazer getting pushed by Sean Henley and Liam Ervig, 2 teammates working with each other on that deal. Lyndon Wright still the leader, looking for his first win of the season. Battle here for 2nd between Kyle Sosnowski and Michael Norman. Michael Norman trying to look on the inside. It's quite hard to pass here. But then again, when you have the momentum on whatever line you can, you will get that momentum heading off the turns. Looks like the pack is now running single file now. Well, here we go. 3 wide back here. 3 wide for, I believe, the 13th position between Dylan Young, Alex Jones, and Trent Dunham. But Trent Dunham lost a lot of ground on the inside line, and he almost got taken out right there by Ty Naughton. Of course, Trent Dunham, Ty Naughton, not quite the best of friends. These two have had their history with each other. Hopefully we won't have any major incidents between these two here. But then again, this is racing at its finest. Michael Norman now up to 2nd, Silverfox in 3rd. We got a 3-way battle here. Make it a 4-way battle for the 4th position. James McLeod, Kyle Sosnowski, Liam Ervig, and Tony Blazer. And it seems like you want to be on that outside line. You want to be on the outside because you have quite a lot of momentum. But then when you're on the inside, the inside is a little slippery. You tend to get loose, and you lose a lot of speed coming off of turn 4. We come around with 7 laps to go. Still haven't seen the yellow flag out. Very good news right there. As Lyndon Wright is still your leader. Michael Norman trying to catch up in 2nd. Take a look at the lap times. Lyndon Wright actually running 9/100ths of a second faster than Michael Norman. But then again, we still got plenty of time left to have a lead for the pass for the lead. Silverfox trying to defend 3rd. Sosnowski looking for that 3rd position. Battle here for 5th between 3 cars. Liam Ervig, James McLeod, and Tony Blazer. Let's take a look now at the back. Well, we were going to take a look at the back of the pack, but now we got a battle for the lead. Lyndon Wright and Michael Norman. Michael Norman looking to have the momentum on the inside, and Michael Norman will lead a lap with 5 laps to go. Make that 6 to go, my bad. 6 laps to go as Michael Norman leads 1 lap. That is a huge bonus point for Michael Norman. As Michael Norman now clears Lyndon Wright, and he takes the lead. Take a look at some of the rest of the action here. Don't have a lot of action going on. But of course, there's Anthony McCurry. We want to mention Anthony McCurry, our previous race sprinter, currently running in, I believe, the 30th or 29th or 30th position. So Anthony McCurry running in the bottom 15. Can't quite come up with the speed to keep up with to make passes with the rest of the field here. See more cars trying to get themselves in a better position. There's Dylan Potey battling. And there's a pace car, Dylan Potey battling with Trent Dunham for the moment, for I believe the 15th position. 5 laps to go now. Here's a battle for 6th between Tony Blazer and James McLeod. Michael Norman now pulling away just a little bit. Then there's still 4.5 laps to go. Anything and everything will happen, but Michael Norman could be a happy camper now because Lyndon Wright and James Silverfox are running side by side. And if they're running side by side, that's going to make Michael Norman a happy camper. But look at Lyndon Wright coming off with a full head of steam on the inside, looking for that lead again. Lyndon Wright with a lot of momentum on the inside, and he'll retake the lead with 4 laps to go. And now Silverfox and Cisnowski battling for 3rd. Liam Ervig in the mix there as well. 6th place James McLeod, 7th place Tony Blazer, 8th place Sean Henley, 9th place Danny Wells, and Alex Jones rounds out the top 10. Where's our points leader? Ryan Richards currently running in 12th, so a solid day for Ryan Richards so far. We'll see if he can get himself into the top 10 as we reach the closing stages of this race. So quite a battle here between the 5th and 10th positions here. It's all a matter of getting the right line, having a lot of momentum. As Michael Norman got the slingshot on Lyndon Wright as he will retake the lead. 3 laps to go now. James Silverfox, don't count out James Silverfox. He may be 3rd to last in points, but James Silverfox, this is his breakout race right here. Qualified on the pole, and he's running right with the leaders. Take a look at, still haven't seen the yellow flag. Really good news there. Let's take a look at the rest of the field here. Not too much action going on with the rest of the field, but it looks like Michael Norman's still your leader, holding a steady lead. We'll come around with 2 laps to go here in Vancouver. Still green so far. 2 laps to go as Michael Norman crosses the line as the leader. James Silverfox 2nd, Lyndon Wright 3rd, Kyle Cisnowski 4th, James McLeod running in 5th. Liam Ervig currently in 6th, Tony Blazer in 7th, Danny Wells in 8th, Alex Jones in 9th. Battle here for the 10th position between James Qualls, Sean Henley, Randy Carpenter, and our points leader, Ryan Richards. So quite a battle for that last spot in the top 10. And as Michael Norman trying to hang on to that lead, but here comes James Silverfox and Lyndon Wright working together. And remember, again, you want to have that momentum on the inside. As who will be, as the white flag is out, no caution yet. There will be no yellow flags. 1 lap to go here in Vancouver. Someone's going to be a happy camper at the start of this Canadian Tour. Michael Norman looking for his first win of the season. James Silverfox just trying to come away with a victory so that he can finally have something in his resume. As James Silverfox to the inside of Michael Norman on the backstretch. Coming out of the tunnel. Silverfox has that inside line, but Michael Norman might have the momentum on the outside. Again, you got to choose which line. Silverfox got loose, and that's going to allow Michael Norman to pull away. And the crowd is on its feet as here they come to the stripe, and it's Michael Norman with the win here in Vancouver. Big win for Michael Norman. His first career PORWC Pepsi Cup Series victory. So now we can say Michael Norman has won in both the Nationwide Series and the Cup Series this season. And that is huge for Michael Norman, especially regarding the wild card hunt. Lyndon Wright will end up second. That'll get himself in much better position in the wild card hunt. James Silverfox will finish third, his second podium finish of this season. Kyle Sosnowski will end up fourth, and James McLeod rounds at the top 5. But a big day for Michael Norman, a huge win, his first career win in the Pepsi Cup Series. I'll tell you, Michael Norman, this is a huge momentum booster, a huge morale booster from Michael Norman, getting himself in a better spot in the wild card hunt. That is huge for the 98 team, trying to make their second for Michael Norman, trying to make the playoffs for the second consecutive season. And now he can finally say he is a winner in the Pepsi Cup Series, as now we take you to your official race results. Here's a look at your official race results. Congratulations to Michael Norman, his first career win in the Pepsi Cup Series, and he is now a winner in both the Nationwide Series and the Cup Series this season, and that is huge for Michael Norman regarding the wild card hunt. Lyndon Wright, James Silverfox run at the podium. Kyle Sosnowski, James McLeod finished 4th and 5th. Liam Ervig, Tony Blazer, Danny Wells, Alex Jones, and James Qualls 6th through 10th. Points leader Ryan Richards, a pretty solid day. Again, just outside the top 10, finishing 11th. So for Ryan Richards, he has finished in at least the top dozen. Ryan Richards has finished in the top dozen now for I believe 16 out of 15. Yes, 15 out of 20 races. So Ryan Richards has probably had the most consistent season so far, finishing 3/4 of the season in the top dozen. So decent day for Ryan Richards here. For our points leader, Sean Henley will end up 12th, 13th through 20th. Our Dylan Young, Randy Carpenter, Dylan Potey, Trent Dunham, Jacob Lawler, Ty Naughton, Joseph Lombard, and Barney Ward. 21st to 30th are Ben Paul, Richard Johnson, Austin Ogo, Eric Burton, Callum Wales, Cody Lamas, Stephen Whitman, Charles Jackson, William Duncan, and Emilio Navarrete. And the bottom 12 are Zara Manood, Red Bell, Ricky Hawk, Sean Galligan, Sam Young, Anthony McCrory, Wolfgang Mason, Jake Cole, John Waycross, Ryan Cooper, Peachy London, and Seth Cole. And I believe the biggest loser out of this one will be Seth Cole. He had a bit of something happen with the car. He ended up hitting the wall, and that's not going to help him out in the points, considering where he is. Currently running 4th in the points. He is in good position for the wild card hunt, but I'm sure Seth Cole doesn't want to be in that wild card hunt, considering all the bonus points he would lose when the playoffs start. So we're done here in Vancouver. Next up is another cup race, and that will be in Calgary. And we are going to go to another super speedway / road course. That's right. It's time for some more right turn action here in the PORWC Pepsi Cup Series. It's going to be interesting to see how the drivers will adjust to both a road course and a super speedway. So we'll see how that will transpire in the next race. So, alright, so that's it. We're done here in Vancouver. Next up is Calgary. It's going to be an interesting race. It's going to be an interesting Canadian Tour, actually, so we'll see how that is. You'll get to see the points in a bit. And this is Randy Orton Fan 2011 signing off. Remember to subscribe to me and become a member of the gang. This race has been brought to you by Pepsi Next. Crisp, refreshing, amazing Pepsi Next. I'm out.